Hey guys, welcome back to another technical analysis video. I'll be going over some names I'm currently looking at for this upcoming week and the next week's going on. And we're just going to get right into it. So first off is NVDA. I mentioned this in the past that as long as you hold above 185, I do expect NVDA to continue head up higher to $200 or to like 198, 196. And guys, this game plan is super easy. If you could see here, 185 has been a major critical line of support and resistance. See, we have rejection here, rejection here. Those are fucked up arrows, but you guys get the point. Rejection, now we're acting as support here. So what I'm currently looking at for NVIDIA, as long as price is holding above 185, I expect NVIDIA to hit it back up to $200. And look, we broke out for NVIDIA, and now we're seeing this healthy consolidation in this name. So really, that's pretty much it, guys. As long as you hold above 185, I expect NVIDIA to head up to $200. Maybe we do head back down to the 21 EMA, and we, like I've previously stated, 180 is also a support level. So if we hold above 180, that could potentially be another opportunity to buy the dip. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for NVIDIA. Below 180, I'm obviously not interested, but really, this looks like a perfect retest for more continuation. So we're gonna get on to it, to the next one. So AVGO, I've been trying to snipe this name for a long ass time now. And guys, look, even though volume is kind of lackluster, it did form a beautiful hammer candlestick. And especially the price managed to close above the 8 and 21 EMA. So if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we could see a perfect channel being displayed right here. So, and like I've always been saying, is if AVGO could climb and break above 340, I expect AVGO to head reverse back up to 358, 360. And yeah, that is what I'm currently looking at for AVGO. Like I previously stated, this is just a big demand box for AVGO. So even if we do come back down to 326, just keep in mind that this is also demand. So yeah, what I'm currently looking at for AVGO is above 340 for a potential breakout to 360 or 358. And if we look at smaller time frames, I do think we haven't really closed above 340 during the day. This is all pre-market and aftermarket, so this is all noise. But yeah, so definitely keep an eye on if we get a 1 hour, even a 4 hour candle close above the 340 level for AVGO. And that is pretty much all the tech names I'm currently looking at. And we're going to move on to Banks, okay? So Banks is another name I'm currently looking at. I've been telling you guys in the Discord that I've been in Banks, especially Goldman Sachs, XLF, the ETF, and I'm currently in Visa. So this name is getting ready to potentially break out. On the weekly time frame, we're kind of seeing this wedge play out. I'm not wedge, but yeah, definitely a tight consolidation. If we look at the daily time frame, you could see here, you could see a bigger picture. So we even have a potential double bottom here. So we have the left, whatever, the right leg. And above the neckline, we could see a potential breakout to this potential gap fill. Not potential gap fill, but to 370 on the daily time frame. And that is what I'm currently looking at for Visa. Really, it's just below 353, 354. It's all noise, to be honest, but I got in pretty early. So I'm looking to break above 354, 354. We could see a potential breakout to 370 to fill the gap on the daily time frame. And that is pretty much it for Visa. We're going to go on to Berkshire. So Berkshire, I think I actually did call the bottom on this name. And yeah, we're going to move on to the TA. So what I currently see here is this level at 506 has been a major resistance level. But what we're currently looking at is this potential cup and handle playing out for Berkshire. And so we have this big, we have this big cup, right? And we have the handle right here. So above 506, I'm expecting potentially a breakout to 520. Above 520, we could see this gap fill play out for Berkshire here. And yeah, guys, so really above 506, look for a potential breakout to 520. Above 520, we could see a breakout to 540. And like I previously stated, this is all noise. Anything underneath resistance is all noise unless you guys want to get in early. But yeah, and maybe pay attention to this sideways consolidation here, which could potentially be a caution sign. But yeah, above 506, definitely look out for a potential breakout. And we're gonna move on to the next name, Wells Fargo. Sorry. All right, so this one's more of like a potential momentum trade for swing traders. Okay, so if we look at the weekly time frame, this has been, or this $80 level to 81 has been a big range, important range for Wells Fargo. So if we look here, this has been a top. If we look here, healthy digestion here, price digestion here. So really, if we dissect the daily time frame, we could see a clearer picture of what's really happening with Wells Fargo. This is an obvious big interest level for both sides. So really above $81, 81.35, or you guys could wait above the 21 or 80 minute on the daily time frame. So if we see something like this for Wells Fargo, I'd definitely keep an eye on potential bottom for Wells Fargo. And but like vice versa, below $80 is a potential sell signal because we could see a breakdown for Wells Fargo, since this is a very important range. And if we look at the 4-hour time frame, is that we obviously see accumulation signs happening for Wells Fargo. So I'll definitely keep an eye on this name. So really the levels to look out for is below 80 is bearish, above 82 or above the EMAs, which is $82. I'm bullish on this name, and I expect Wells Fargo to continue on this bull run and head back up to highs to $86. Okay, so we're gonna move on to XLF, which is the ETF of financial stocks. And guys, this name is getting pretty damn tight. Okay, so if we look at the daily, on the weekly time frame, we're starting to see these candles get really tight. And what normally happens when these names kind of contract is we get an explosive move up or down even, right? So we're gonna keep it real simple for this play. I'm gonna show you guys on the daily time frame is so above 54.17, you guys can clearly see on the daily time frame that we have no candle close above this level. So this means that sellers are here, and this is a very big supply zone here. And we also even see here that buyers not always, but have been stepping up at the bottom of this range around 53.40 cents. So what I'm currently looking at is simple. We could just see chop for weeks or months or whatever, right? But if we do break above 54.17, I expect an explosive breakout, and that does go the same. Sorry, that goes the same if price does manage to break below 53.43. Okay, so definitely keep an eye on banks, guys. That's what I'm currently looking at. And yeah, guys, so we're gonna move on to Amazon. Sorry, took a sip of water. But yeah, guys, so I mentioned this many times in the Discord. And that 222, 220 is a big demand zone. And so what I'm currently looking at for Amazon is a break above $222. We could see a potential bottom play out where we see this base play out, and you see Amazon head back up to previous support, which is 228. But if we do lose 220, which is our support zone, is that we could see this potential, not bear flag, but channel play out where we see Amazon fall off a cliff and head back lower to at least 216, or even all the way down to 212. But yeah, guys, that is currently my play for Amazon. Let me delete these drawings real quick so I could show you guys a better picture one more time. This shit lets me delete it. Okay, it's not letting me delete it. Okay, so again, above 222, we could see a potential reversal back up to 228. Below 220, we could see a sell-off back down to revisit these lows at 216. Below 216, we could see a drop down to 212. Okay, and guys, also pay attention that these names are consumer staple stocks, so just keep that in mind. Amazon is a consumer staples because I'm going to go over the consumer staples ETF. Okay, so next one is Costco. Okay, so Costco, I am going to bring up the RSI indicator so I can show you guys what I'm currently looking at. Okay, so if we look here on the RSI, is price action is obviously trending lower, right? But the divergence, the RSI is showing a bullish divergence where the RSI is forming a higher low compared to the actual price action. So what I'm currently looking at for Costco's, let me delete this indicator now. All right, so right here's our support level at 903, 900, yeah, 903, 900. Let me mark this level over here just in case. Okay, so Costco's in support, and what I'm currently looking at the 4-hour time frame is that we're kind of forming this wedge take place where you see Costco form this trend line. So what I'm currently looking at for Costco is if Costco could break above 916, I expect a breakout back up to 925. Above 925, we could see a potential bottom play out and head back down. Head back up to 952. And that's what I'm currently looking at for Costco. So keep in mind that we are at support. There is a bullish divergence forming for Costco. And just keep in mind that this is a consumer staples stock. And I'm going to show you guys, after I show you guys Walmart, what I'm currently looking at for that ETF. So Walmart, things are getting pretty tight for Walmart. So if we see a breakout above 103.5, I do potentially see a breakout to 105, or then so on, even higher to like 108. Okay, so definitely keep an eye on Walmart above 103 since we are forming a pennant on the 4-hour and daily time frame. And if you look here, volume is increasing, which is a bullish sign. So I do possibly, we might see Walmart break above 103.5 and head up higher to 105. Break above 105 to see 108. Okay, and we're gonna move on to the ETF consumer staples. So guys, this is similar setup. Just keep in mind this is a ETF. And we're going to get into it right now. If we look at the 4-hour chart time frame, we're seeing this descending channel take place. So definitely keep an eye, like I just showed you, Amazon, Walmart, and Costco. There are forming potentially a bottom sign. So literally on the daily time frame, we see volume increase on the daily with a strong candle take place. So what I'm currently looking at for this ETF is potentially head back up to 78.88, which was this previous engulfing candle's high. Break above 78.88. We could see a potential U-shaped recovery and head back up to this previous ascending channel's resistance. Lower trend line, and head back up to $81, which could be a nice day trade, swing trade, which is a 2% move. Okay, and that is currently looking at for that is what I'm currently looking at for consumer staple stocks. Okay, and we're gonna move on to XOM. This is the only energy name I'm actually paying attention to. So on the weekly time frame, we see a big inverse head and shoulders forming on the weekly time frame. And guys, this is such an easy play. I've showed you guys what happens to my inverse head and shoulders stock patterns. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I literally gave you guys this last week, and look what happened with coin, right? And this is literally what's happening with XOM. So we're gonna be really patient above 115. Just keep that in mind that we are gonna be in squeeze territory, and we could see a potential breakout back up to 119. But the technical target, which is our neckline from the bottom of the from the bottom of the head, which is, here's our target, which is 126. And look at that. Our technical target is literally previous resistance, which is crazy. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for XOM in this daily video. That is pretty much it. So wait above 115 to see a bigger breakout to 120, and break above 120 to see a bigger breakout to 124, 125. But yeah, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you guys this week. See ya.